In 2024, she was selling wigs online, a psychology graduate running a small hair business advertising super double-drawn bob wigs for R1,180. At the very same time, she was also the sole director of a company bidding for a R21 billion Eskom contract. She had been at the company for only 2 months. 10 months later, that company secured a 4.37 billion rand deal to supply diesel to Eskom and help keep South Africa's lights on. Hi everyone, welcome to Legal Dynamics Co, where we unpack the law and justice one case at a time. Eskom advertised a 5-year diesel supply tender in October 2023 for its Ankerlig power station near Cape Town, one of the country's key open-cycle gas turbine facilities used during severe load shedding. The contract, tender MWP 2197GX, was valued at 21 billion rand and involved supplying roughly 1 billion litres of diesel. Major industry players including Petrosa, Shell, and Engen submitted bids alongside several lesser-known companies. On 30 December 2024, Eskom announced the winners, and among them was Severino Industries. Its sole director was Minnie Mavuso, a 24-year-old psychology graduate who also operated the online wig business Milo Hair Boite. She had reportedly only become director of Severino in December 2023, just days before the tender closed, after the company's Zimbabwean founder Nigel Nengi resigned. According to investigations by amaBhungane, serious concerns emerged once the contracts began in January 2025. Reports alleged that several winning companies, including Severino, allegedly struggled to secure diesel from suppliers because they lacked sufficient cash flow or creditworthiness. Eskom allegedly responded by issuing enormous upfront payments before receiving fuel deliveries. Internal records reportedly showed nearly 3 billion in so-called down payments, including hundreds of millions transferred to Severino before diesel arrived. That immediately drew comparisons to the infamous 2016 prepayment to the Gupta-linked Tegeta coal deal during the state capture era. Under South African procurement law, particularly the Public Finance Management Act and Treasury regulations, state prepayments are heavily restricted and must comply with strict contractual requirements. Investigations also questioned whether some companies met technical tender requirements, including mandatory diesel storage capacity. Additional scrutiny focused on alleged manipulation of BBBEE structures through strategically timed director resignations and appointments. One name that drew particular attention was amaBhungane, who was briefly listed as a director at Severino before reportedly resigning, with claims that the resignation was later backdated. Eskom later launched a forensic investigation known as Raptor Rapid Assessment and Prosecution of Tender-Related Offences through forensic firm Itsamaya Holdings. At the time of reporting, no criminal charges had yet been filed. What made the investigation explode online was not just the money, but the image it created. A 24-year-old wig entrepreneur simultaneously overseeing a multi-billion rand Eskom fuel contract while South Africans continued battling the economic devastation of load shedding. Social media users described it as wigs to billions, while critics questioned how experienced fuel suppliers lost out to companies with limited visible infrastructure or experience. And now the bigger question facing South Africa is this: when procurement systems repeatedly produce scandals this large, are they truly failing, or are they operating exactly as certain people intended? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more legal knowledge, breakdowns, and insights as we continue unpacking the law and justice, one case at a time.